Alright, what's up, guys? I'm here to answer questions. Alright, guys, what's up? We had a question from a fella yesterday while I was at work. He just enlisted as 11 X-ray, so that means 11 X-ray means basically what you go into as infantry. You're either going to end up 11 Bravo, 11 Charlie. Bravo being infantrymen, Charlie being mortarmen. So they decide needs of the army, all that BS. I may have said that before, but starting the story off where it is. He's heading to Benning in August. He's got a couple questions. His first one is that he's 24 years old, turned 25 during basic, and he's just wondering if he's super old by infantry standards. No. Fuck no. I joined when I was, I want to say 22, I believe. I was 22. Yeah. Fucking old. Brain farting. Yeah, I was 22. And I was there with 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds. I think we had one 17-year-old who was there in between his junior and senior year during the summer. But no, man, you're not too old. You're only as old as you feel. I'm 34 now, just turned. I feel fucking awesome. I feel great. So I would not worry about that. As far as, having to deal with 18-year-olds, it honestly, it's not as bad as you think. Like, they end up getting knocked into line pretty quick, and they get the hang of things, and the age thing doesn't end up really being an issue. I mean, you're going to run into it on some occasions, but it is what it is. You'll be fine. I would not even sweat your age thing. If anything, it's better to be a little bit older, I think, because you're a little less immature in some cases. So, yeah, fucking don't even worry about the age. You're good to go, man. Secondly, he's got a wife and a kid. He's curious as to what kind of family life they can expect. So basically what's going to happen is after you get done with, and since you're going infantry, you'll do your 3.5 months there at Benning. And depending, I mean, you could go to airborne school. It all depends. Sometimes they ask for volunteers after basic is over. Anyways, might add a couple weeks. But say you're basic, you're just going through your infantry training. So 3.5 months, then they're going to assign you a duty station. And you're going to get like a week's worth of leave maybe afterwards. Then you're going to report to wherever your duty station is. Now, as far as your family goes, they'll get you situated, assuming there's base housing available, like space available wherever you go. They'll get you guys set up. You might have to wait a little while, and you might have to, have some secondary housing lined up. But they'll let you know what you need to do to get it squared away and situated. You always have the option to live off post. You get your BAH, your basic allowance for housing, and on top of your pay and everything else, and you can do that if you want to. That's always an option, especially if your wife works. Dual income is way fucking easier to, get things taken care of that way. But if you decide to go the base housing route, sometimes you get put on a waiting list, depending on where you are, depending on space available like that. But as far as I know from the guys who are married in my unit, they just live there. They check, you do a walkthrough of the house before you move in, once you get one. And, any deficiencies that you see, you point out. And during your time in the house, you let them know any deficiencies that you have. Then at the end, you clean the shit out of it. And they do a walkthrough and check you off and make sure it's good to go. Because you're basically like renting it from them just by your service, basically. So that's how the housing situation goes. As far as like schooling and like community and shit like that, you'll have obviously neighbors, but your neighbors won't necessarily be people of your same MOS. They won't necessarily be infantrymen. They're just whoever is there. They will generally kind of fall in the same rank as you sometimes. But, you're just making friends like out in the real world, out in the civvy world. So there's the family readiness group I know I talked about. That's something that's there to, keep your family informed as to what's going on in your company with training and when you guys are gone for training. If you guys ever deploy, the FRG keeps your family informed as to what's going on, and they just kind of try and keep all the families in the loop when they're not able to, see their loved ones, things like that. Schooling, there's always schools around. I know there's no high schools on posts, but there are elementary schools on some of them. Pretty sure there was one on Riley, or a couple on Riley, but there's always like a town nearby with a high school. So I knew a lot of guys in my unit had high school aged kids, and they were going to school right off post. So I mean, it all depends how long you're in, where you're at, things of that nature. But family life's good. It's going to be hard for her getting used to it, and yourself as well. But since deployments have kind of slowed down a lot compared to what they used to be over the past 10 or 11 years or so, it shouldn't be as bad. But you just gotta, make sure, this is just plain old relationship advice here. You just gotta communicate. You gotta talk to each other, let each other know what's going on, what's bothering you, and fix the shit. It's real simple. You guys sound like you got a good head on your shoulders, so I say just be pumped. It's going to be hard for her. I mean, unless you guys have spent a period of time apart already, going to basic here in August, that's going to be tough. You're going to have minimal contact at first. You're not going to be able to, call much for maybe the first month and a half or so. But then they kind of, depending on your drill sergeants, that is, they loosen up and you'll get more opportunities maybe on the weekends to call home. So definitely prepare. Talk to each other about it beforehand, Just know that you will get through it and you guys will see each other again and all will be well. Hopefully that helped. Kind of fucking rambled on for a minute there, but good luck. Let me know how it goes. Anybody else who's got questions, comments, concerns, throw them down below into my crotch region, apparently, because that's where I'm pointing. But have a good fucking weekend. It's Friday. In my schedule, I don't even know anymore. But thanks for watching. Suck it.